I will be telling you a story about me getting the vaccine as such, or my issues with getting the vaccine. Now, when coronavirus first sort of came about, this pandemic, it was a very terrifying time in everyone's life. Now, I have a partner, a fiance, and a 2-year-old, just gone 2-year-old son. And it was terrifying, there's all these reports of people dying and, all these massive issues happening, and every day politicians talking about the crisis and the number of deaths. And it was a very extremely scary time. And we're sort of praying that there was going to be a vaccine at one point. We're saying, please, like, there be a vaccine. And I was a bit skeptical, about the whole vaccine, because I'm thinking, well, do I need this? I mean, they're saying that if you've already contracted coronavirus, then you're more protected. So in my eyes, I was thinking, maybe I don't really need a vaccine. But I did end up doing it for the sake of my family, because my partner was very pro in getting the vaccine. And we have a young son who at the time was only like a 1-year-old. So it was very terrifying. We didn't want him to catch it. Knowing that the vaccine wasn't suitable for children of his age, we really didn't want to risk him catching coronavirus. And, once we got the vaccine, it felt like we was protected and we had done the right thing. So we sort of, when they said there's going to be a second one, we was a bit like, okay. My partner was all for it. And I was a bit like, whoa, why do I need two? I've had one. Why do I now need a second jab? Like, I mean, I've already done what I was supposed to do. I'm already protected, because according to all the research, this is what I was told, have one jab and you're 95% immune, or, protected from contracting the virus and spreading it to others. And yeah, that's sort of where it all started. And then as it went on, it was mixed information and stuff like that, which really sort of deterred me from wanting to do it. But I ended up getting the second vaccine because my partner was very persistent in me doing so. So I did get the second vaccine, and, I didn't have this realization like, wow, I feel better. But, I didn't have any effects or anything like that from the vaccine itself. And again, I was doing it for my family. And that's ultimately why I done it, thinking of us and our family first, and obviously protecting other people. And obviously, because I have elderly people in my family, I didn't want them to contract it either. And they had all had their vaccine. Now, as time's gone on, they then started mentioning a third vaccine. And at this point, it really just hit me. And I thought, I've had enough. Like, I don't want a third vaccine. This is too much. I was very anti at this point. I said, no, I've been told the first one, I've gone with it. The second one I've just about done, and I've done it. I don't want the third vaccine happening to me. No. But then I, had my fiance pressuring me, so you got to do this, you got to do, I'm going to get mine when I can. And because I'm overweight, I was, lucky to be able to get it before everyone else did, because I was come under that category of being a risk, So I reluctantly went and got it done, basically, because, she had told me go do it, and I'd left it like a month or two since finding out I could do it. I was very set on not getting it done, but I did. I done the third booster, and, I thought, oh, here we go, I've done it again, done now, job done. But then the realization for me was when my in-laws, my partner's parents, flew over from Australia. Now, they've had 2 vaccines. My partner's had 2 vaccines. My son has no vaccines. When they've arrived, they've done all the testing, PCR testing, and they was fine. They didn't have any coronavirus or anything like that. They come for Christmas, just gone 2021. And we had a great Christmas. And then New Year's, they've all catched coronavirus. Everyone was feeling down. Started off with my son. He had, he's sweating and crying in the night. He sleeps with me and he's crying in the night. I'm terrified. I'm thinking, what's going on? And, then my partner then became very ill, like really severe cold, really ill. And at this point, I'm terrified. I'm thinking, what is this? Like, I feel fine. This is so strange. And then it ended up that my in-laws then had caught it as well. And then at this point, this is when we thought, you know what, we need to get a test. And because everyone was testing at this point, we didn't know what was going to happen. So we went and got the test, and they've all got coronavirus. Now, I'm assuming, well, I must have it. I don't have any symptoms, but I must have it. Surely, if 4 people in my family, in my close, household have got it, then surely I have it. And yeah, I basically went and got the coronavirus test, and I tested for myself on a PCR test, and I came back negative on the lateral flow and PCR test, which was a shock for me. It was a realization. It was like, hold on, this works. The vaccine works. I've been an idiot this whole time thinking that, oh, if I just avoid it, it'd be fine. I'm the only one in the household to have a 3rd vaccine, and it did help in protecting me from catching coronavirus, and it's achieved the goal. I know that's not what everyone says, and you're fully protected. We know that's not the case, but it works. Like, I was sleeping with my son every single night as he's coughing and sneezing all over me with coronavirus, and I didn't catch it. Completely negative. It fascinated me, and it opened up my eyes. And now, if there's a 4th, 5th, 6th, 7th, 8th, 9th, I'm doing it. I don't care, because I can see now it works. First hand, you can see. Sometimes people will tell you things work, and all this, but when you physically see it yourself, you realise. That's the moment I realised that the vaccine is 100% effective and 100% worthwhile doing to protect yourself, your family, and everyone else.